If there is only one video that you are going to watch on this channel, it has to be this one. Why? Because it has to do with AI and what will AI do from an impact on current jobs that we know. On AI jobs, on machine learning jobs, on network jobs, on cybersecurity jobs, cloud, DevOps, cybersecurity development. So if you are in IT or you're planning to get into IT, watch this video, and it's not an option. You have to watch it till the end. Before we go ahead and start the video, please subscribe to the channel if you are not. Activate notification to receive videos that are beneficial and they are geared towards IT professionals and IT aspirants, both existing and the ones to be. And if you find the video beneficial, please consider giving us a like, share the video so we can benefit the masses together. All right, so a lot of discussions, a lot of speculations, a lot of panic, and a lot of uncertainty as to what will AI do. I have seen a lot of famous influencers or YouTubers, if you will, that they have made videos about network to comfort the networking professionals, that the network still has like 4 or 5 years before AI will take over. I've seen some videos for people that are trying to sell their products by generalizing that DevOps is going to be dead in 2026, cloud is going to continue, be an architect, be this, be that, because that's the safest spot. And still there are some people who don't have a clue about what's going on, and they're still talking to people about you need to take CCNA and A+ and Network Plus. So there's a lot of ambiguity, a lot of lack of clarity that is happening, and that's why I have this video. So what are the points I would like to cover and I would like to share with you? And it's not going to be my opinion. We are going to do a research, and we are going to use AI to do that searching on the internet and get us the conclusion of what's happening. What are analysts talking about? What are the industry experts talking about when it comes to AI? We are going to cover all the jobs that are famous or people are seeking right now. So starting from networking, network architects, cloud, DevOps, cybersecurity, development, AI, and machine learning, and MLOps and AIOps. So we're going to include everything. I'm going to share with you what was the criteria that I used for the search. And we're going to find out what's the impact and at what level, because a lot of those who are making videos talking about these subjects, they don't distinguish between freshers, the ones who are beginning in a specific career role, and the ones who have reached the mid-level, 2, 3, maybe more years in that role, and the seniors, the ones who are the go-to guys or ladies when it comes to a specific problem, or maybe the business people will call them into meetings to get their opinion about what they are trying to do. So we're talking about the architects, the lead technical team members, and so on. So we are going to classify the AI impact on these roles, but also at every level. And also we're going to find out the time frame. Is it going to be tomorrow, this impact? And in which country? Is it in the mature markets, or in the developing markets, or in the ones that are behind? So we are going to do all this, and also we are going to find out, okay, fine. Then I am in a role that will be impacted by AI, and I'm a fresher. What do I do? So if I am at risk, what should I do? And how long would it take me to achieve that? What are the options I have ahead of me? What is the sweet spot into IT that if I move into, I should be good for the next 7 to 10 years? So all of that is going to be covered in this video, and that's why I'm asking you to please watch it till the end. Enough said, let's go ahead and find out what was the criteria for the search. I used ChatGPT for that. You can replicate, you can use another AI engine if you would like to find out the results. And I'm sure it's going to overlap at least at 90–95%, if not more, because the results are coming from the internet, and the internet is common to all these AI engines. So let's go ahead and start. So here is what I asked. A well-structured research style summary that addresses the full query in tabular and bullet format, covering which IT roles will be affected by AI. So if you would like to replicate this is what you need to do. You need to write the 5 questions into the AI engine or the AI tool of your choice and find the answer. And also, at what job level, fresher or mid or seniors, the impact is going to be at what level? Or tell me the impact at each level. The time frames by market maturity. We have Western Europe, the US, Canada, Australia, Japan, and Korea and Singapore. These are considered mature markets. Then we have, for example, India is considered to be maturing markets. So it's following very closely. And then we have the developing countries when we talk about Africa, when we talk about the rest of Asia and parts of South or Latin America. Then what's the recommended action to reduce the impact? And what's the estimated time to reach a safe zone or a sweet spot in IT? I think this is what will be in anyone's mind that is trying to counter the impact of AI to the roles that they are in, or they are headed to, or they are aspiring to get into. So here's the table. AI impact on IT roles, full breakdown and career strategy guide. That's what we are looking at right now. So here we have the IT roles. So we have network engineers and architects, cloud engineers and cloud architects, DevOps engineers, SRE engineers, platform engineers, developer, software engineers, cybersecurity engineers and cybersecurity architects, machine learning engineers, machine learning architects, machine learning ops engineers, AIOps engineers, AI engineers, AI LLM engineers, and AI architects. So I think this includes most of the roles or the IT jobs that people are going after or people are in right now. If you have another job that is not included here, do your own research and specify that job. So don't ask me for that. You can do it yourself. All right. And then we have the fresher or the associate impact, the AI impact on the freshers, the AI impact on the mid-level, the AI impact on the seniors, and what's the time frame for the mature markets, and time frame on developing markets, because there is a difference. You will find that developing markets, the impact is going to be a little later because the AI adoption and the funds available to invest into AI and AI solutions are less than the ones in the mature markets. And of course, you can see here also there is a color legend. If it is red, that means the impact is either high or very high. If it is green, you are in a safe zone. If it is orange, then you are at a so-so, moderate impact, not as severe as the high and very high. Okay, so for the network engineers, the impact is very high. For the freshers, mid-level, it's moderate. Senior level, it's low. Time frame in the mature markets, 25, 26. And people who are in the mature market countries, they must have seen this happening right now. Time frame for the developing markets, it's 2 years later. So we have some time, we have some slack before it hits. Architects, in general, any job that has to do with thinking, strategy, business decisions, a lot of communication with the business stakeholders or client stakeholders, then it's going to be low. The impact is going to be low. Why? Because AI is not ready yet to make a decision and stick to that decision and not shift right or left if you try to argue about that decision. It's not ready yet. And I think it's two things. It's maturity level and it is also liability. The business is not brave enough to put the AI in its current maturity state into making decisions that could be decisive for businesses, for healthcare, for banks, and so on. Cloud engineers, same thing. Very high when it comes at the fresher, moderate and low. And again, same time frame. Network architects, we are not going to see any impact until 2028 in developing markets, and it's going to be 26, 27. So still 2 years from now. So 1 year later than this, of course, it's going to start affecting from the freshers to mid-level to senior, but that would be a long time before it happens. DevOps engineers, very high, similar thing, moderate and low. When we say very high at the fresher side, why? Because if they are doing routine tasks, AI will automate that very easily. So if you are writing simple scripts, AI can do it. If you are writing simple code, AI can do it. If you are creating pipelines, AI can do it. So you should move into more than that. You should move into, you are very solid in what you do, that you can troubleshoot problems. And you can look at what AI is trying to do and the scripts, and you say, no, 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 this is wrong. Please change this, change that. So you have to be at that level of understanding and depth, not just, okay, I'm going to write copy paste, change the name of the instance or the IP address, and that's it. AI can do that right now. So you have to prepare yourself at a level higher than the fresher level. So if you are aspiring to get into IT in any one of these jobs, if anyone tells you 2 months, 3 months, and you are ready for the job, know very well, with no doubt, that they are asking you to become a simple, basic, fresher, skilled person, and that is what AI is replacing. So there is no point in doing that. You have to study, you have to do projects, you have to practice to the mid-level. You have to troubleshoot at the mid-level. You have to do as many projects as possible and available, and you have to present that in your profile and in your resume and all that stuff. Platform engineers and SRE, again, if you are a fresher doing routine stuff, you need to do something more. Moderate at the mid-level, and then low at the high level. And we are talking about 25 to 27, and we are talking about 27 to 29 when it comes to less mature market or developing markets. Developers, same thing. Cybersecurity engineers, if you are a SOC 1 specialist, this is what you need to be worried about, because what you are doing, AI can replace easily. But if you are someone who can look at logs and analyze them and look at the findings from AI and look at that report and find out that there is a problem and we have to do it and how can we fix that and all that, and people can look at you to fix it or to correct and supervise AI, then you are good. If you are at the senior level, of course, you are in a sweet spot and you are still safe. Cybersecurity architects, again, any architect, the effect or the impact is going to be low. And if you're at a senior level, it's going to be very low, and you have more time before you can see that impact. This is the zone or the sweet spot into IT right now. If you are developing into becoming a machine learning engineer, an MLOps engineer, anything related to AI engineering or architecture, then you are in a sweet spot, because that is where the development is happening right now in order for AI to take over. So you have an enemy coming to combat you, coming to attack you. So if you moved within that enemy forces and you became one of that part, then you are in a safe zone for some time. At some point in time, companies are aiming that AI is going to teach itself, and it's going to learn by itself, and it's going to develop itself. That is still in the very early stages. So if you move into that sweet spot, if you plan to become into that sweet spot within a year or 2 years, then that's perfect, and you are headed to a very safe zone. Okay, so anything here, as you can see here, there is a growing demand and there will be no impact, negative impact. And if you are in a developing country, then you have until 2030 or maybe beyond as well. So all of these are sweet spots. And as you can see, the color is all green. So the message from all of this is, don't aim to become at the fresher, because this is the bottom of the cup. If we spill water into the cup, the parts that will get wet first are the ones at the bottom, and then the ones in the middle, and the ones at the top as the cup fills up. So don't stick around at the bottom. That's the clear message from this. If you are into networking, if you are into cloud engineering, if you are into DevOps, if you are into SRE, if you are into any one of these professions, cybersecurity, do not stick at level 1. Do not stick at the fresher. Work very hard in order to move up. Work very hard to prove yourself so they can give you more jobs, more projects, and then the business will be dependent on you. When the business is dependent on you, and if you are AI literate, if you have studied the tools that would help you in your job, and now you are talking to your peers, you are mentoring the junior ones, and you are involving yourself in projects, then you will be critical to the business. If you are critical to the business and you know AI and you're employing AI, that's the solution. There is no magic into it. That's logic. And that's what every one of us should head to or should have as a goal. So market-specific AI adoption timeline. for the mature markets, US, UK, Europe, and Singapore, and I think Japan also, this is 2025. That's the disruption onset. It has started. So you will see, if you are in one of these countries, you will see the impact. Adoption speed is very fast and already underway. If you are in India, Brazil, or UAE, these are emerging markets, then you are looking at the disruption onset next year or the year after. And the adoption is moderate and it is tech driven. If you are in developing markets like the rest of Latin America, in Africa, in Southeast Asia, countries other than the ones mentioned, then you are looking at 27, 29, or maybe even beyond, because the adoption is very slow and it's budget sensitive. There is no funds available to generalize or speed up the adoption rates. And also the salaries are low, so it's not really pressuring the businesses to replace the human being with AI, which is going to be cheaper and faster and will result in better results. Okay, so now we are professionals and I am working in one of these roles, whatever that is. What should professionals do if they are in these roles in order to lessen or minimize or eliminate the impact of AI on their roles? So mid and senior level professionals, what they can do to even be more relevant and to be in a safer zone, then they need to double down on specialization. I know cloud very well. I know the infrastructure. Why don't you learn security? Why don't you get involved into hybrid architectures? You are a cloud only guy. Why don't you involve yourself in what's happening on premises? Because hybrid adoption is on the rise. Also, you can lead AI integrated projects, implementing AIOps, MLOps in real environments. Why don't you upskill into the areas that are the sweet spot, which we have highlighted here, the green ones, anything that has to do with machine learning or AI or the architecture and decision-making side of business. Then you can also move into strategic or architecture thinking. I just mentioned that. And you can mentor others. So you can show visibility and relevance and importance to the business. And you can invest in soft skills like business acumen, system thinking, and client consulting. I mean, anything that will make you relevant is going to help. And anything that you do for upskilling that involves AI is going to make you relevant. And also taking ownership is going to make you relevant. This is for the ones in one of these professions right now. How about freshers or entry-level professionals? So the ones aspiring to move into one of these roles or the ones who are already in these roles. So the first thing is to work hard to avoid being stuck in static roles like basic scripting, manual deployments, monitoring only jobs. This is very easy to automate by AI right now. You need to upskill fast. Fast means you have to dedicate 2 hours on average per day at least, or 3 hours or 1.5 hours consistently every day. You drop one day or you drop a weekend, you try to make it up. Have a goal, have a timeline for when you are going to finish that. I get messages from some people who are telling me that we started back in November 2024 and now I have CCNA and I have the introductory level of Linux, and by the end of December 2025 I'm going to get a certificate in Linux. 1 year and 2 months, maybe 14 months to get a Linux certificate and CCNA in old IT. That's fine. You can get a job by finishing CCNA and Linux, very low paid, but then it's a static job in a small place and you are not going to be an in-demand professional. You are not. That's a fact. And AI is going to come and eventually kick you out of your role. So we have to have consistency. I have to have a plan. I have to have a goal and know where I am headed, and I know when I should finish. It cannot be just A+, Network Plus, CCNA, and maybe a certificate in Linux over the next 2-3 years, and then we get a very low paid job. And you know what? We have to be thankful and we just live with that and that's it. If you can do the effort and others have done it, and then maximize your earnings and the return on your investment, why don't you target that path? So upskill fast if you are in the fresher roles into cloud, AWS, Azure, and GCP. Find out and ask around in your country which one is picking up fast, which one is in high demand, and start with that, and then you can learn the second and third as you go. DevOps tool chains, get into automation. Terraform, infrastructure as code, GitOps, Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible. Learn Linux very well. Be a solid Linux practitioner. Learn Git and GitHub. Learn the modern IT skills, because these are common to any one of the in-demand skills. And if you learn that, it will be easy. It will be a matter of another 4-6 months, and you can be into machine learning, a sweet spot into IT. MLOps, a sweet spot into IT. Into AI, a sweet spot into IT. That's how your brain should start to process. Speed, where am I headed? When should I finish? And what is the next phase after I finish this? It's a continuously changing and a fast-paced change IT right now, driven by software and AI. So if you are not consistent and constant and continuous in your learning, the 3 C's, then you are going to be at risk. Maybe not now, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 7 years. The third thing freshers can do is get hands-on project exposure. So even if you don't have a job right now, or your job does not allow you to do projects, find projects, subscribe to project websites, go on YouTube and find out, go on Udemy and find out. Do more. Never feel satisfied if I have done enough. No, do more. And present that on GitHub. Present that in your resume. Present that on your LinkedIn profile. Build a personal brand, GitHub, LinkedIn, and take blogging. So what's a safer career path now? Right now, what's a safer career path? Move to MLOps or AIOps. So that should not be tomorrow, but have a plan to be into that in the next 12 months. 16 months. Learn all the prerequisites. There is a mathematics prerequisite to machine learning. There is a coding prerequisite. There is also an infrastructure prerequisite, knowing one of the clouds at least, if not a couple of them, and knowing how to work on it, knowing Terraform and how to work with that, knowing Kubernetes and how to work with that. So you need to be a well-rounded professional. So when they look at you and they would say, no, we cannot get rid of John, because, this guy will be replaced by 4 more people. So he's doing the work that 4 other people can do. So let's go with the other 4 people and leave John. Why is it safe? Because it bridges operation and it has AI and high demand, and there's a low automation risk. Grow in cloud and AI architecture. This is strategic design decisions, and these cannot be automated. So get into cloud or AI architecture. Become an AI literate DevOps professional. Don't just rely on automating by doing things manually. How can AI, what tools in CI/CD, for example, are AI powered or can help me do a lot of things? So you need to learn that, because that enhances the value while using AI tools, and you will be competitive within your team and also across other teams. Work in security or ML integration. So this will need a lot of human oversight, policy judgment, and regulatory awareness, which is not yet safe to give completely to AI. How long does it take to reach the sweet spot in IT? For freshers to get into mid-level with AI familiarity, you are talking about 1.5 to 2.5 years. When we looked at the risk, any one of these would give you at least 1.5 years, especially if you are on the maturing markets. So you have 1.5 years to be in the sweet spot. And once you move into the sweet spot, you have until 2030 or maybe beyond 2030. So if you spend 1 year or 1.5 years, you still have opportunities that you are going to grab, and you are going to get the ROI on what you have invested. And here we're talking about the mid-level. We're not talking about a beginner level. So we're talking from a newbie into mid-level in 1.5 to 2.5 years. And of course, this depends on how many hours are you dedicating. Are you consistent or not consistent? So all of that matters. So this requires consistent learning and real-world experience. From mid-level to senior or architect, it's 2 to 4 years, but start now. Depends on leadership, domain specialization as well. If you are generic DevOps, manual, into MLOps or AIOps, how long would it take me? 1 to 2 years. And if you are diligent and you are working consistent, it could be less than 1 year. So leverage existing ops and cloud knowledge with ML tools. If you are a developer and you would like to move into the AI LLM engineering, maybe 2 to 3 years. If you are a security engineer and you would like to move into cybersecurity architect, so within on average 1.5 to 2 years, you can be in the safest spot. So what are the key takeaways? AI is disrupting junior roles quickly, especially those with repetitive, routine, or rule-based tasks. Mid and senior roles can remain secure, but only with proactive upskilling and strategic focus. So you need to understand and make yourself more relevant, AI aware, machine learning aware. So you have to be in a spot where you are labeled as an AI guy as well, not a legacy guy. Pivoting to AI adjacent fields like MLOps, AIOps, or AI engineering is a smart hedge. You have 1.5 to 3 years window to reposition your career into a defensible sweet spot. And the ability to think across systems and lead projects and make decisions will be your long-term defense against AI-driven automation. There is hope, and there is a smart way to get into safer zones within IT, still make a lot of money, and have longevity of your career, job security, and also be safe from the panic and from the fear and from the layoff sprees that could happen anytime. If you are in maturing markets, you have to act quickly. You don't have much time. If you are in a less mature or developing countries, then you have a little bit more time, a little bit more slack, but you have to start quickly now, because what will happen is if you are fast enough, maybe in the mature markets, they will be looking for resources, qualified people that don't exist. So now you will open opportunities for yourself in mature markets, higher pays, proper countries, and better lives and better education for your kids and so on. There are sweet careers or sweet roles within IT that are the architect and decision-making ones, and they are the AI and machine learning related ones. So either you move into the senior architect in the next couple of years. If that is too short for you, then at least move from the fresher into the mid-level very quickly, and then try to sit in the meetings for the seniors and build rapport with them and start to get projects or responsibilities from them. So you will be counted on the senior level, not on the mid-level or the junior level. Third one is you have to have a plan with milestones, with attached dates, and you have to be consistent and constant and continuous in your learning. Fourth thing that you need to engrave in your mind right now is the current IT is the pace of changes is very fast and it will not stop. Software is controlling, AI is controlling, and that means very fast changes, quick changes, and a lot of detours, a lot of bumps along the road. So you have to be a continuous learner if you would like to be relevant into IT. All right. So everyone plan to be into the sweet spot within the next 1.5 to 2 years. Forget about the old IT plans, the A+, Network+, CCNA, and then get a low paid job, and then AI will come and kick you out. And there is hope. All right. I've included a video before on how you can use, or you can start from no experience and get into MLOps and AI. There are 2 videos on the channel that are going to get you there with a proper plan that tells you exactly what you need to do. And also check the cloud and DevOps program that we have, and we are building towards that program right now, that you can finish in 1 year, and then you can upskill into a machine learning and AI for another 6 months afterwards. So within 1.5 years, you are going to be in the mid-level. And the program prepares you to be the mid-level at the mid-level and not at the starter or fresher level. So you will be in a sweet spot. So that's one option that you have, or go out and find out another options, but start working right now. Put your plan together and start acting on that plan, because the execution is key and the speed of execution is even more important. If you found this video beneficial, please don't forget to give us a like and share, and please subscribe to the channel. There will be a lot of similar videos that are beneficial on topics in technology, on how to learn the different technologies and tools, and also on coaching and career related ones. Activate the notification so you will receive them, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and ciao.